fellow readers, it's Amy from ABC Books, and today I am not going to be talking about the books I read in February, or the books I'm going to read in March, or the books that I bought in the past month, or really anything book related. I wanted to pay tribute to one of the best men that I knew. My Uncle Johnny passed away after 2.5 years of fighting cancer, and I just wanted to talk about him, talk about the life that he lived and the legacy that he left. My Uncle Johnny was one of the best men that I have ever known and will ever know. He was kind, he was loving, he led his family well, and he was passionate about the things that he cared about. And one of the biggest things in his life that he was passionate about was Jesus. And every day he went to work and he cared for his family, but he never let an opportunity go by to let someone know that Jesus loved them. And as I was sitting at his celebration service, I was listening to stories of his life, stories that I had heard before, or I witnessed, or stories that I didn't know, and I was just struck with the thought that I want to live my life the way that he did. He loved his family so much that he wanted to make sure that his family knew the greatest gift that ever was. And he was an example to his kids and to his wife and to his friends and to his family. And he was just an amazing man. And those that knew him, their lives are forever changed because he was in their life. And one of the memories that I have of him that will always be in my mind was the Christmas before I met my husband, and I'm sitting around a table full of people that are either full of my cousins that at one point we were all in the same boat, and now they're all married or they're still in high school, and I just felt very alone. And my Uncle Johnny, he saw that. He saw that, I was feeling a little alone. And before we got up from the table for dinner, he said, I want us to gather around Amy, and I want us to pray for her. I want her to know that she's not alone and that God hasn't forgotten her. And I just remember, my family gathering around me and feeling so loved and so cherished that, man, I will never forget that. Yeah, and so I know none of you knew my Uncle Johnny, and I know this is not normal on my channel, but I just thought you needed to know about a good man because he was the best man. And to know that even when he knew that his time was coming, he still fought for people to know about Jesus, still fought for his family to know that he loved them. He didn't give up. And he never thought that God forgot about him, even in the midst of praying for healing. And, he didn't forget. He didn't think that God forgot him. I don't know, I think that if we all lived just a little bit more like my Uncle Johnny, this world would be so much better. So I don't know, I guess a challenge for all of us is to live passionately and to never let a day go by without telling the people you care about that you care about them. And if you do know Jesus, to not let a day go by without showing his love to someone. And if you don't know Jesus, I'm not here to preach at you, but to tell you that his life was forever changed because he had Jesus in it. And he was a good man because he lived for other people. He lived to make sure that other people knew goodness. And it was the farthest thing from religion and from preaching and from the cliche that Christianity and Jesus has on it. It was the farthest thing from that. His life really just, if you look at the center of it, it really is just about love. He loved people, and he loved people. And he didn't care who you were or what your story was or what you had done. He loved people because they were people. And he loved people because that was who he was. He was a good man, and even though he passed away, his life and his story and the love that he had, it didn't die with him. And this world will continually be changed because of the life that my Uncle Johnny lived. So thank you guys for listening to a non-book related video and for listening to a tribute to one of the best men. Thank you guys.